Hi guys, it's me, Bug,
And Dad!
and nothing.
Right.
Well,
But we're nothing for long.
yeah, because me and Dad are gonna be reviewing and building the the DC Multiverse McFarlane Beast Boy slash Beast Man from the Titan from I guess the Titans kind of
The
line.
Tyson series, yeah, build a fig. So, yeah, this is going to be, I think, really awesome. He looks good, at least the parts do. So let's see how easily he goes together.
Well, first we'll take a better look at the individual pieces.
Right, exactly.
So we're gonna start with the legs, and no, you had to interrupt now.
Right at build a figure time?
Of course.
Right off.
He hasn't ended the video.
All right, I'm going to have to do it.
Don't
I don't
do
want to
it.
do it.
Don't.
So,
Okay, we're back. Sorry
right.
about that. Our Garfield got in the way again.
Of course, yes.
Or Mo.
So let's go over these pieces right quick because they look really
So
amazing.
we have the legs,
Right?
which came with Arsenal,
Lots
but
of good details.
I already have a big problem because look at the mat. Look how big those pegs are.
Yeah, that's something that McFarlane is still doing. Like I said,
Well, it's not that I don't mind there have being pegs in like with the legs, but just why are they so massive? They're so noticeable.
well, I think they're massive because the figure looks pretty massive.
Yeah,
That's the answer to that. It's just that
yeah,
they're
I get it, but
yeah.
also but Hasbro they were able to make it where the pegs and stuff weren't absolutely massive.
Um, I did
Yeah,
not notice that, but you're right. They do have it. They're just done it a different way.
yeah.
Yeah. And,
Which that's kind of my biggest problem so far with this figure.
all right.
Um, and then we get like so these are like let's see. They're kind of like their own individual piece in there. And then we have the foot. And these actually kind of look like what Dead's feet look like.
What? Oh, before my pedicure. Yes.
Yes. They're even green.
Green?
Yes, you have green feet.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
Maybe I'm beast for you.
Yeah, baby, baby. So, or Beast Man, I guess.
Yes.
So then we have the arms,
Oh yes, very nice.
where they have fur at the lower arm. Yeah. And
Looks like they just peg in. No
yeah.
docs. Don't do it.
Mo is being very difficult today.
Yes, he is.
So here's the arms again. So we also get them on the upper shoulder or
Right.
upper arm. Then we have the hand. So we get punching hand and a choking hand, I guess,
Right. And they just
or
peg in there.
or evil monologuing hand. Could work for that as well.
I remember on most of the marbles, were their hands separate? For some reason, I always thought they were attached. But I could be
But
wrong. Seemed like on most of the marble Build-A-Figs that their hands were attached. I don't remember too many of them being separate.
I don't think any of ours were separate.
Yeah. Maybe that's a DC thing.
Yeah, maybe. So here is the torso,
Very massive torso.
and then also it's got all this like cool like texture to it.
Yeah, for his shirt.
But, I will,
That's kind of like his uniform.
but as a warning, his butterfly joints do kind of pop off sometimes.
Right. I think look at it close because it's going to be important which way it goes back in. I'm not sure if it's this. You think
Then
it's the small that way?
maybe we'll see.
Yeah, if you struggle getting the arms on, probably need to flip those around. But anyway,
Um, I don't know. We'll see. So, and then here is the head sculpt,
yeah, that looks
and
really
this is
good.
exactly what Dad looks like when he wakes up in the morning.
Right, haircut and everything. Kind of reminds me of the Jolly Green Giant
Even teeth.
or the Jolly Green Werewolf, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I guess he's a
Okay.
beast. He's
Well,
a green werewolf, kind of.
he's not really jolly. Well, let's me and Diago tried to build this on camera, so
Correct. We'll see how this works. Sometimes these are a little tough. Struggle a little bit.
yeah, the last time
Sometimes
we
not.
did a multi-face figure it would even stay together.
Yeah, and that's what kind of got us out of DC a couple of years ago. I can't remember who it was now.
It
But
was
yeah,
it was Bane. Well, the
Bane.
head
Yeah.
sculpt went on pretty well. Okay, let's try the arms.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think they are backwards. So they're supposed to be like this. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and it even works like the
So even the Build-A-Fig almost has butterfly joints.
well it does.
That's pretty awesome.
Pretty sure some of the Marvel Legends ones had butterfly joints too.
Oh, I just don't remember anything that big.
Actually, did they? No, really. Okay. I have a feeling that the hands are gonna be pretty difficult.
Okay.
Let's just see.
Yeah, I was just taking a little sneak peek over here at Hulk, and of course he's a few years old, but he definitely is not. Beast Boy is brand new for 2023, in case you guys didn't want. And you can get all the figures right now on Amazon. I mean, they're at full price,
Okay.
24,
What's this
twenty
back
three
for
ninety
like?
nine, something like that. They're all available on Amazon. We found two of ours at GameStop, which is, of course, how we learned that this was out and something new because we didn't know anything about it. Um, and then I picked up the other two, like I said, from Amazon to complete the sets. And that's one thing I love about DC, the Multiverse, McFarlane. Generally it's four figures, set, boom, there's your Build-A-Fig. It's pretty simple, not too hard to keep up with, versus Marvels, which can be, Modocs, don't do it, which can be, six, sometimes seven figures. It just gets to be too much, it's too much of a headache, and it runs you into too many figures that you don't even want to own, for the average person, don't know who they are, care about, you know. So I get it. It's about the bucks for Hasbro, and more figures to sell, the more money they make. And maybe it
All
does.
right, here we go.
Yeah, the leg time. This is usually the struggling part, and maybe it does allow them to put a few more obscure figures into the line that maybe some really really hardcore collectors may want. But for the average person like us, just trying to get the full build a fig,
Oh,
I don't really care too
lost the arm.
no
The leg
to
popped in.
leg went in, arm came out. Interesting.
Yes,
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah. Well, you figure at $24 a piece. I mean, you're going at four figures, you're at $100. Five figures, 125. Six figures, you're $150 into this. Build a fig, and then sometimes they'll throw in a seventh just for the fun of it, or a seventh in the series that doesn't have a build a figure piece. Again, it's confusing. I realize that sometimes we
And
buy it,
also, well,
didn't
just
need
with
it.
this disclaimer, if you guys were looking forward to the Puff Adder Build-A-Figures series, then we have unfortunate news that me and Dad decided that that we're going to that we're actually gonna do other stuff instead of
Well, after watching
Build-A-Figure
a review on YouTube
series.
for Puff Adder, and then looking at the figures that you had to purchase to build him, we decided our money would be better spent elsewhere. I just wasn't that impressed with it after seeing it. Um, I felt like I'd rather invest, and they have some way cooler stuff in the DC line. I would prefer to put the money towards, is what me and Big decided, I think. So far, this seems to be going much better than the Bane figure, at least for us
It
anyway.
actually is staying together, which is quite shocking, which is already better than the Banefield figure.
Yeah. Like, wow, this thing is amazing. He's huge.
She's absolutely massive.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a build a figure.
Yes.
This is absolutely
Look at it.
unbelievable.
It's
This,
glorious.
yeah, I mean, this size, this is huge. This is what the build a figure should be. Seems like Marvel shrinks theirs down, 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 and
Actually, be right back. I'll get an example. Okay, we're back. So this is one of the figures that Dad was talking about. This absolutely piece of garbage figure over here.
yeah. So this is what I think this is from 2023, beginning earlier in the
No,
year.
actually, I think this was late 2022, I think.
Okay, so late last year's figure. So a fairly modern one. I think it would come with the Black Panther series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think after this
Wait, wait.
disappointment, I was just kind of done with Marvel. We didn't buy a whole lot of Marvel this year because of that. I mean, I think you had to go six figures deep with this guy. And don't get me wrong, he's a cool figure, but this should not be a build a
Well,
figure.
no, it's my biggest problem with this is you can't even articulate it. It'll just pop up.
Yeah, so you have the quality thing with it. And the fact that this should just been a regular,
Which is why I think this is an absolute piece of garbage.
yeah, it
Get out
should
of
be a
here.
regular figure for, $25 or whatever. Not a build a fig. I mean, that's just I don't even know why
And before
Hasbro is doing that.
before you go and type in the comments, oh, Hasbro actually did make it bigger, made it like an inch bigger. That's exactly. It made it an inch bigger. That's it.
Again, I mean, just do the comparison, do the math, dollars and cents. What did this cost versus this?
Look, this is pathetic. Look at this. It's really
Uh,
an inch taller.
I mean, and that's if you count these rubbery spikes on his haircut. If you actually do head to head, it's almost the same, you know? So,
So get this piece of garbage out of here.
yeah. So, I mean, to me, the build a figure should always be about, this stuff, like you said,
This
yeah, that you want to work towards, work through. Um, this build a
and
figure.
this.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Old Iron Man over there. He's absolutely amazing. You know.
Or this.
Yes. I think
Well,
that's enough here, Boo. But I think what the point is, even after having
a
out,
better example. This.
yeah, he's absolutely great. Yeah. Sandman is awesome. I love him.
Candyman.
Can't even,
Something. Sugar Man.
Sugar Man, yes. But at the end of the day,
Even though Sugar Man is
uh,
on the smaller side, but or height wise.
yes. But he still makes up for it with his beefiness
Yeah.
and his awesome effects. We just put it back up there. That's enough for now. But even like I said, as awesome as Wendigo is, Hulk, absolutely awesome and great. What you expect of Blood Figure? Of course. But you still get so much more figure for your buck with DC and with what McFarlane is doing. This is an awesome figure. He's still taller than Wendigo, Hulk, uh, Molten Man.
Man.
Molten Man.
Well, to Multiman's credit, actually has to be forced to be crouched
Yes.
because of his weirdness.
True.
Anyway.
True.
Well, it's not actually like a figure problem. It's actually just a design problem in general.
Yeah. And it's not like McFarlane just took and went, okay, we're just going to add longer legs. No, this torso is bigger than Hulk's torso. You could tell that when we took it out of the box. I knew it then. Bigger than Wendigo's torso. Um, Legs are a little longer too, but like I said, so was the torso. It's just like I said, it's just an amazing Build-A-Fig. And we go back to what Mattel was doing, 8 years ago? The Dark Side. Dark Side is great. I love this figure. But McFarlane has taken it just a step further, you know. So yeah, I love these things. So I think this is a big upgrade. I think Hasbro needs to take a look. And maybe they don't have to because they have a license. There's nobody else that I know that makes Marvel figures. So
Yeah.
if you want Marvel, you're gonna have to go to that. I've always been a DC person myself as far as the superheroes go. I just prefer the Batman universe and the Superman universe over, I guess, Spider-Man and Iron Man. I like all that. It's cool. But, it's kind of preference, I guess. But anyhow. Action figure wise though, I don't think there should be this big of a disparity when the price point is the same. So I think McFarlane is giving you way more for your buck than Hasbro is. But anyway, enough about that rant.
But the question is it actually better? That's the question. It might look better. Is it actually better? That's what we need to find out.
I don't know how you judge that. I mean, as long as it stays together and there's not quality issues.
Well, let's see. It's kind of when it comes down to if it's better or not overall at the end of it, it's going to be the person's preference. If it's if like let's see, it's like it pretty much comes down to your own personal preferences. If
Of
you
course.
determine on which is better.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't like these guy and you prefer whoever this is, then I'm sure that's probably what you need to go with because you need to get what you like. But I'm just talking about just taking the character out of it and just looking at the actual action figure, pretending like I don't know who any of these people are. And they go, oh, hey, Dad, why don't you pick one of these action figures that you'd like to take home with you? Well, I'm probably going to go with, um, Beast Boy there. He's pretty awesome.
Well, let's see.
You know,
Well, let's actually take a look at the articulation. So
right.
he doesn't actually have a lot of head movement, probably because of shoulders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of tilt either. Arm goes all the way up to there.
Okay.
Elbow, it's actually pretty good for a single elbow.
Yes.
It actually goes even further. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same amount of as a double elbow would go, and on just a single hinge.
And they've done it on a figure this big.
hand goes to there and it goes back and forth. It doesn't have that like the arm thing where you can like make it go either way. It's just supposed to go one way.
Okay.
And then the other hand also is the same. Then let's see. Yeah, these ones feel like the better butterfly joints. They don't like they're not like just flopping around, and
Yeah, and
they kind of do a little bit.
I haven't seen anything from Marvel with Butterfly and something this big. So that's also, I think, a huge plus up for
Well, let's see.
Butterfly.
We might need to go look through our bin, I guess, see if we
Yeah,
find
we
anything.
won't confirm it in this video, but I believe that's the case, and we'll double check to make sure.
That
And we'll
goes
try
right
to
to
see if we have
there.
anything newer. I don't know what's our newest Marvel figure that was actually large because we've done so many lately that weren't large. So that doesn't
Oh
really count.
no.
Docs, don't do it. Thank you, sir.
uh,
I see you poking up back there. We still see you. Uh,
Double knee back to there. Foot to there.
he
Foot
even has
back.
the toe joints.
Yep, toe.
Yeah, and
Jeff's
that's
favorite.
not happening here. Um, I don't think it's happening on any of those over there.
No.
Um, so I think McFarlane is way ahead on the build of figs. I think it.
Or at least of what we've seen
I
so
think way
far.
ahead so far. Yeah, I'm very impressed with this build of figure there. Much more so than Bane. Maybe we just got a dud with Bane a couple of years ago. I don't know, but yeah, we really struggled to get him
Yeah,
to stay together. Every time you pop
yeah,
them together, you maybe a little bit fall apart. And of course, that was a
yeah.
really bad.
That's pretty much this guy.
Yeah, that was a really bad impression. You don't want that. I mean, I know, for most of these collectors, it's on the shelf, but you don't want to fall apart when you touch them. So, Mr. Johns, yes, so thank you.
I'm sorry about that, everyone. Mo has decided he wants to be very difficult today.
Yeah, yeah, he really wants to lay on the keyboard as we shoot the video. Of course, that kind of blocks y'all's vision a little bit, unless you just love staring at a giant orange cat. I mean, you might, but I don't know if they're staring at us, but call this to review. So,
I'm pretty sure there's like shading and
yeah,
like the hair. I think like there's like a wash to it, so it like pops more.
yeah, the details around the fur, it's plastic
Oh no.
molded fur, but
Man,
we
damn, I have spoken too soon.
lost a leg. Well, I mean, you're always going to have that with some of them, and of
Yeah,
course, in some of them, you have to really put a whole lot of pressure in to snap it in right. So you can't really blame it on the figure if you don't have it snapped in right. But a lot of them,
either
you know,
that or
a kid's going to struggle.
here's a tip for adult collectors. If you could like grab like either blow dryer or like uh hot water and dunk the piece in there, then it'll like make it softer and it'll be easier for you to pop it in there.
Genius, and we didn't know that at the time. 'Cause it's been a couple of years, but maybe that's something we could have tried with Bane
Yeah,
before we just gave up. But we gave up pretty quick.
yeah. We
Um,
might need to go try to find the pieces if Dad didn't throw it away or something.
thought we returned it.
Maybe. I don't really know.
I'm not sure
Oh,
either.
well, we opened
So we
them.
could have a Bane. You're right. So we could have a Bane right here somewhere. Don't you know?
Maybe.
Downstairs, probably.
Yeah.
We'll look for that. That could be awesome. We might resurrect him then. You said with what? Hot soapy water?
No, not soapy, just hot water in general.
Oh,
Or a
okay.
good steel mom's hair dryer.
Yes, they for too. All right. Great tips. Um, I think it's all I got to say about Beast Boy. I absolutely love this figure. I feel like it's well worth it. Basically, four times 24, pretty easy. With some tax, you're paying a little over $100, and you get four really good figures and an awesome Beast Boy build a fig, which I love. And I'm assuming he's wearing his Titan uniform. So what this is?
Yeah, so he's actually more like a Beast Man, more like.
All right. Yeah. Not to be confused with Beastman Skeletor, because that's from Magic. That's a different
Yeah,
Beastman.
this is a
Um,
Beast Man.
so one quick recap, and maybe we'll do our top picks. These are the figures. Just slide Beast Boy out of the way for a second. These are the figures that you, of course, must purchase to build Beast Boy. And again, it's four, not six or seven. Thank you, McFarlane. We love you
Well,
for that.
actually, five if you count Beast Boy over here.
Well, no, because he's not a separate purchase. So
Well, if you count Beast Man, then yeah.
yes, but you're only purchasing four figures to build him.
Yeah.
So yeah. So however you want to look at
Overall,
it.
you do get Beast Man. So technically, this is technically the full set
Right.
with
This is
five.
it. So we'll go ahead and maybe we'll go ahead and rate. our pieces, not including the build a fig, obviously, because that's for sure he's going to win. But we'll rate our favorites in the four that you have to get to him. So go ahead, Boo.
So, well, actually, Dad, you always start these, so might as well start this one too.
Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom. So my least favorite in the set, and again, just because it's least favorite doesn't mean it's a bad figure. It's kind of a lot of it's personal preference. But my least favorite in this set is going to be Raven. And my only reason behind that is overall, compared to the other three, she's a very simple figure. I could tell when I pulled this back a little bit, and I don't know if it's removable, but you can definitely see she's got a lot of red hair underneath this hood. But I don't know for sure if it comes off, or if it's supposed to come off. So, but other than that, like I said, her suit, her uniform, hood and everything, it's just very plain to me compared to the others. So that's why she's going to be at number 4. All right, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, I think for me, it's also got to be Raven, just because, for me, this isn't really the Raven that, like, I know it's not my personal preference of what Raven should look like.
What is the one you know?
It's,
Teen Raven?
yeah, Teen Titans
Oh, and she looks
Raven.
totally different?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Uh, and, yeah, and also it's kind of like, like Dad said, it's a pretty basic figure on top of that.
Right. Basic, that's the word I was looking for. Basic. Okay.
So, Dad, it's time for Dad's um, number 4 or
3.
3.
Number 3
I
in
can't.
this set is going to be. Oh, this is where it gets tough. Because I really like all 3 of the others. She's the one that I really kind of, you know, if it'd been an option, I probably wouldn't have bought her. But the other 3 I would have bought because I think they're great figures. But number 3 is probably going to be the Dark Knights. I mean, no, the uh,
Nightwing.
Nightwing. And there's nothing wrong with the figure. I think the head sculpt is great. The haircut's awesome. The costume is awesome. But again, it's just a very basic, uniform, and that's just what he looks like. No problem with that, but that does kind of take away from the coolness of the figure compared to some others.
And that's I'm pretty sure me and Dad's ranking is actually going to be pretty similar because I'm
Okay.
also going with Nightwing. Just because I think overall the other two figures just in my opinion are the better figures.
Okay.
And also the lack of accessories kind of also hits it a bit.
Yeah. Basic figure, and you got absolutely nothing with Nightwing either.
Unless
So
you counted the torso as an accessory.
right, he did come with
And
it, so
he
just a
and
very massive piece. But hey, all right. So now we're down to number 2. Dad's got to make a choice. It's very tough between these two because I think these two are both just amazing looking figures. It's gonna be hard for me to take a pick here. Whew. Yeah, this is very difficult. Um. Okay. Um. Uh. mm, okay. So my number 2 is going to be not Archer.
or I don't know.
Accent?
No, it's
No.
Ascent.
Ascent.
No, that's not
No,
it
not a
either.
sense.
God,
Um, well, where's my
it's
base? Where's the baseball card? Okay, the
it's
baseball card.
Arrow Man.
No, here we go. Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Um, yeah, it's be Arsenal. Just an absolutely amazing looking figure. It looks awesome. I love, like I said, the Deadpool kind of look. It's not exact, of course, but similarities with his costume. Love that you get the bow with him. Get the big awesome pack on the back with the pack of arrows. Just a really, really cool looking figure. He's got tattoos. They did a lot with this guy. He looks awesome. Very cool. Um, it's like a fun figure to play with. If you were a kid, you would definitely pick this one, I think. All right, Duke, you're number 2.
My number 2 is going to be Donna Troy over here. Yeah, pretty much both of these two, I believe, are the best out of like the non-build-a-figure figures. Uh, but I think the more accessories with Arsenal just puts them over for me.
Okay.
So, and then me and Dad's number one, number ones here.
Right. So my number one is going to be drum roll, please.
Because
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
everyone already knows who it is.
Donna. All right. And I just feel like this is an awesome figure. I mean, this is what a superhero should look like. It's very large. It comes with a sword. I'm not going to say the sword hits a home run. It's cool, but not great. Like I said, it's kind of bendy and doesn't have any color. But never mind that. When you look at her, just her entire outfit, the shoulder pads, stars on the pants, the boots, she just looks, I mean, the flowing locks look amazing. Head sculpt's amazing. She just is an awesome, figure. I mean, it's just very cool. They nailed it. I love this figure. Very, very
And then my number one is going to be Arsenal. Um, like I said earlier, he has a lot of the accessories. Um, what do you want?
cool.
That's what I thought. Don't know what just happened there. Oh, no. Anyway, um, so back to Arsenal. And also, I think he's really detailed. But there is one figure in this set that is slightly better than this one. Well, actually, it's not really slightly, but obviously for me and Dad, number one, and the whole entire set combined is Beast Boy.
Oh yeah, they just showed up with Beast Boy. I mean, they gave us Beast Boy. It's awesome. It's just a really killer build a fig. Love to have him in the collection. He's definitely going to be a strong contender for me for figure of the year.
And
Um,
Dad, would you say that he's your favorite?
unlike somebody else over there. so,
Um, so, um, so, would Dad say that Beast Boy is Dad's favorite Build-A-Figure so far?
of the year,
Or no, of all of them?
you know,
That will be a
I,
question that will be answered at a later date.
yeah, I can't say he's my favorite of like all of them, including Marvel ones. Well, I guess it's the only DC one we have. But
Hey,
sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, Dark Side. Excuse me about that
it's
omission.
Doomsday.
I mean, yeah, I get you guys.
That's it. I quit.
Sorry,
I'm
Doug.
out of here.
You were the first. You're the first. We'll always love you. So,
Anyway,
yeah. So yeah, Dark Side here, or is it Doomsday? Which one was it? Sorry.
dark.
You have to admit your names are very similar.
I don't good point. But I am Doomsday.
Oh, okay, very good. And you're a great Build-A-Figure. Yes, you're quite awesome.
Even though his arm falls off sometimes.
Yes, and that's things to be expected with most Build-A-Figures, even with
Well, no, it's actually not if it's supposed to be removable.
Oh, leave it to Mattel.
Of course.
Right.
Let's see. Let's see if it'll.
Even they cannot master the appendages falling off the Build-A-Figs. But
Well, it's like look at this. Like literally, the arm literally pops off. Oh no! Lost his lower arms.
it's completely unnecessary.
I had to show it off. We already brought it up, so might as well.
Repair him immediately.
Well, see, as you can see, his whole entire lower arm, his whole entire arm just falls off.
You just embarrassed me in front of the entire country. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, Doomsday. Everyone wanted to see that.
I'm an antique. I'm 8 years old. Mattel doesn't even make my figures anymore. That is very true. Um, but I'm sure McFarlane has a very awesome Doomsday. Well, I just haven't looked it up yet. Because then I'll be able to spend all the money. So anyhow,
Okay.
here we are, folks.
Let's see.
The Beast Boy set. I enjoyed it. Thought it was a good build set.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Titans fan. I would think you would have to get this. Why would you not? Because it's awesome. Beast Boy's awesome. So love all these figures. Can't wait to get them on the shelf. And that's all I have to say about that.
So
We'll get into our figures of the year as a little bit more time rolls along as we get towards December and the end of the year.
because we still have Christmas to get through.
Oh yeah, because we're rapidly approaching, and yeah, and Christmas of course changes everything. Even though it's very tough for us to get in the figure of the year because we only have like a week after Christmas to get through all that and then compare it to everything else we bought.
Me and Dan might have to do all nighters if we wanted to get through all that.
Yes, but we don't have a lot of Build-A-Figures this year, at least not yet. That's probably going to change at the end of the year. But so we'll have to see, and then of course
Yeah, right now I'm pretty sure it's only Beast Boy
everything
and
together and
and you know who.
To our action figure of the year. Maybe we'll do categories. I think
Yeah, I
just
think we'll do categories, and then we'll do our
and one
action.
overall top pick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll actually do a ranking style video where we rank every single figure.
yeah. So just like WWE figure of the year, um,
Or
maybe AW figure of the year because there are
DC
maybe different companies.
Multiverse figure of the year.
Marvel figure of the year,
Um,
and or
uh,
maybe just superhero figure of the year. I don't know how we'll
no,
figure it
I
out.
think we'll make it separate.
Separate. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then like maybe like
Black Series of the year,
yeah,
VC of the year. Yeah,
and then
there's so
Star Wars
many
figure of the year.
overall.
Yeah,
Oof, it's a tough one. Yes,
see,
absolutely.
and we already know.
Vehicle of the year.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess if you want to do well, actually, we haven't really gotten that many vehicles this year.
no, so far it'd be pretty tight. Yeah, I think
We might have to go through our catalog to see if we actually have any.
there's still Christmas.
Yeah,
It is time, but no, not a lot of vehicles will release this year. It's very few. Um,
and also,
Practically zero.
me and Dad probably say this in the video. Me and Dad aren't going to be counting them by their like release dates. We're only going to count them by us reviewing them and putting them up on the channel in
Yeah, we'll explain
2023.
that when we do our channels, but yeah, it's like what we purchased during the year, so it's our personal figure of the year,
Yeah,
maybe not actually a 2023 figure. Could have been something that come out late last year that we didn't open until first of this year or something, because sometimes
yeah,
that happens. So,
especially around Christmas
or
time.
a lot of times you go and buy figures in January and February, and they'll have 2020 whatever the year before on there anyway. And
Yeah,
then they might not hit store shelves until January, February, March. Who
yeah.
knows? So anyhow, that's kind of the way things work. So I hope you enjoyed like the Beast Boy Build a Fig from McFarlane. It's great. I highly recommend picking it up. There's not really hardly any losers in the set except for, but
Raven.
you know. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one.
Okay, guys, in this video, make sure to like and subscribe for some more awesome DC Multiverse McFarlane fun. Bye!
See you next time.